Hello, viewers, and welcome back to The Sarah Show. Today, we'll be talking about how American popular music has misappropriated American Indian culture. And we're going to hear from different guest stars as well. Stay tuned. Oh, hey, didn't see you there. We will begin the show by defining some very important terms. These terms include singing red face, racial antipathy, idealized sympathy, cultural misappropriation, cultural confusion, blackface minstrelsy, and playing Indian. So our first word is singing red face. And singing red face can be defined as when a non-native takes on the racial archetype of a Native American character through song. And this has been seen throughout history, in the past, and even now. On this next part of the show, we will be hearing from all of our guest stars. These include my mom, my dad, my twin sister, and my boyfriend Kyle. But I'll let you know that some of their definitions are not very correct. So let's see what they have to say. Okay, Dad, what do you think the definition of cultural confusion is?
Well, cultural confusion, let's see. Possibly somebody that may be multi-ethnic that can't seem to grasp one culture. Maybe somebody that is part Oriental, part African American, part white, and maybe doesn't identify with any culture in particular.
Okay, Mom, what's the definition of racial antipathy?
I have no idea. What does I don't know. Can I do a different word?
Okay, how about cultural misappropriation?
I would guess that would be when you're trying to talk about someone's culture and you're not being very appropriate. I don't know. Like making fun of an American Indian or an African dance or I don't know, a Swedish pole dance.
Okay, Mom, you can redeem yourself with another word.
I hope so.
What does blackface minstrelsy mean?
Okay, I think that's referring to back in olden days when white actors would paint their face black to imitate the black culture, like in the movie Holiday Inn. I think they did that. And I don't know if black people did the same thing, if they painted their face white to imitate the whites. I don't know, but I guess that's what it's referring to.
Our next guest star is my twin sister, Catherine. Catherine, what is the definition of playing Indian?
I think the definition of playing Indian is somebody imitating an Indian in not the most appropriate way, probably. So, like, I would say that children playing cowboys and Indians would probably be like playing Indian, or I guess on like the Addams Family when Wednesday Addams is saying she's gonna scalp the kids and she's like an Indian in the scene. I would say that too. Or someone imitating an Indian dance, but it's not appropriate to what they actually do. So that would be my definition of playing Indian.
Our next guest star comes from the small town of Sallisaw, Oklahoma. Here's Kyle Glander.
Thank you, Sarah. To me, idealized sympathy is maybe the musician's way of trying to, or it's his idea of how to sympathize with Native Americans, maybe just in typical ways, maybe just trying to get the music out there, get ideas out there. Like for example, the song Indian Outlaw by Tim McGraw. He just states several Indian or Native American tribes and even throws in the tomahawk chop chant. And I don't know, I just feel like it's a way to sympathize with them, but it's kind of like no offense, but here
We will next be defining racial antipathy. And racial antipathy can be seen throughout many pieces of art and is basically racial stereotyping. And when you stereotype a certain group, it's like you're speaking for acting like you know everything about that group, even though there are some things that you could be forgetting about a certain race. But in all honesty, I really think that we as a society have a long way to go in terms of what's appropriate and being sensitive to other people and other cultures and how they choose to express themselves. And I think that a lot of people like rely on the past to define the future, but things have changed. And I just think we all need a type of like diversity training to realize that there are people different than ourselves out there, and that there are different cultures out there. And I think this education can come from maybe changing school textbooks or different types of music, or even like art history lessons, because we still have a long way to go in being sensitive to others and being what's appropriate to them. I also think that we need to educate ourselves on other cultures, and to honestly crack down on the people that misappropriate other cultures, because it really is an important issue today, and a lot of people don't realize that. But you just need to be more sensitive to other people and other people's way of lives. Well, that about wraps up the show. I'd like to thank all our guest stars for being on the show today and for doing their best in defining the terms that I laid out for them. And I'd like to thank our viewers, and we'll see y'all next time.